Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network.
There's a shot from Reed! He scores! He scores! Reed, back on!
That's with the cutter. Takes him behind the back shot. Antonetti.
Back. Once a man deep. It's Southworth. He catches it! Dean Southworth over his defender!
Unbelievable! Open man.
Johnson, big hit! UB Zaid!
Bergon over to Damian. Hit shot.
Good move, keeps the puck. And a big hit by Christian Benner.
Let's go Bears!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landon Bears Broadcasting Network. I'm Sutton Smith, joined alongside by Dennis Leary, and today got a great day. Landon versus Prep, long known rivalry in this lacrosse. It's gonna be great. Dennis, how you feeling today?
Feeling good, beautiful weather and a good rivalry ahead of us.
Yeah, I mean, the high today, I think it was 85. Pretty hot day, but it's a perfect day for lacrosse. We'll go ahead, give you a few stats about this game. Landon on a, 12-game winning streak. They are currently 15-1, one game to go in the regular season, along with Georgetown Prep, 7-7, both in the ISC. Georgetown Prep's head coach, Scott Ulrich, Landon's head coach, Will McGettigan. In 2024, these teams faced off one time. Later at the end of the season, it was 9-3 Landon at Prep during the regular season, and then 17-6 in the ISC championship over here at Landon. Currently, in the U.S. lacrosse rankings, Landon is ranked 15th in the nation. Georgetown Prep, unfortunately, had a big losing streak to start the season, so they are still just considered. Average win margin for each team, Landon, 6.1, has that over Georgetown Prep's 4.8. And the most recent game from both teams, Georgetown Prep with a 11-8 loss over Bolus, and Landon with a 15-5 win over Episcopal. Earlier on the season, Landon actually beat Bolus 11-8. They share some opponents like Gonzaga, both won in overtime. Both kind of destroyed St. Albans and St. Stephen's. And honestly, this Georgetown Prep team does deserve a lot more credit than they get because they have a very solid roster. I mean, they have 71 commits with multiple top 20 guys in like their respective classes, like Noah Hahn, who is, I'll actually get to the impact players right now. The impact players for each team, Georgetown Prep, Noah Hahn, Patrick Kelly, Wyatt Bowman. Noah Hahn committed to Princeton. He's a junior. He's like 5th in the class of 2026. Patrick Kelly committed to Michigan. He's somewhere in the top 50 of the class of 2024 or 2025, along with Wyatt Bowman, who's actually committed to Syracuse for football. Now for Landon, Caden Southworth committed to Princeton also. He is one of our few four stars. Sean Murray committed to Bucknell, and then our goalie, Steven Rizzo, who is really going to have to step up because Georgetown Prep does have that firepower in their attackmen to get these shots on net. So that's it for those stats. Game's about to start. And I don't know, I'm excited. How about you, Dennis?
Yeah, exciting game, two pretty good teams. What's your score prediction, son?
I think that Prep could give us a run for the money most of the game, although I think that it could be close going into the fourth. We'll pull it out in the fourth. Give me 9-5 Landon.
I have 10-8 Landon.
All right. This game will decide the, regular season champion. If Georgetown Prep wins this, there is a three-way tie for the ISC champions, with that being Bolus, Prep, and Landon. If Landon wins this, they are just the outright regular season ISC champions, and it'll go to, they get the 1 seed, Prep will get the 3 seed, I believe, and Bolus will get the 2 seed. Which means if Prep wins this game, it has to go to a unfortunate coin toss to determine the seeding. So Landon, while being the number 1 the entire season, if we lose this game, could jump down all the way to the 3 seed. As this face-off won by Talon Smith, he had an amazing goal against Episcopal earlier, as keeping that momentum. Landon to start on offense. Yeah, looking at that goal against Episcopal, he got it from the draw, and with like 3 guys tackling him, or 3 guys on him, he just kind of spun around behind the back, no-look goal. It's on the Landon v. Lacrosse Instagram if you want to go check his. Here's Southworth going down to X. Here's Cassidy, decides not to shoot. And now Southworth gonna dodge here. Goes to the inside, moving people around. Southworth gets stripped. Cassidy trying to pick it up, gets pushed down. It's Prep ball. Reaching that forward for Patrick Kelly. Also on the ground. Landon's defense trying to come out with that. There's Cassidy. Logan Cassidy, one of Landon's better defenders. Gonna slow it down here. And stay with us on the scoreboard right now. Don't really have any Wi-Fi for it, so apart from putting like the numbers actually on the score, we're not going to be really running a clock yet. As here's Stewart, stumbles. Now Hawkins with man on him. Murray. Waits. 30 on the shot clock. Here's Cassidy. Cassidy surveys, hits Southworth up top. Now to Stewart. Stewart's going to fire off the bounce. Just wide. Stays Landon ball. 10 minutes. Murray waiting behind his net. Hits an open Southworth, who fires and misses the net. Stays with Murray. Now Sean. Gonna wait with 7 seconds. Gets pulled down. A wide open McConna fires, and a great save there. And now Prep on the clear gets swallowed by some Landon defenders. A great check there by James Schmidt. Now he has to step. He hits an open Murray and fires and scores. Sean Murray to open this for the Bears. Landon up 1-0 over Georgetown Prep. Now on the face-off, again, will be Talon Smith. Moved early, stays Landon ball. Talon slows it down with Murray. Now Riley Luger. Here's Joe Papalia up top. He'll start with Matt Cohen. And now Cohen. Hits an inside Luger, who fires. Stays with Murray. Now Murray decides to go. Hits back with Luger. Now Luger trying to muscle his way in. Fake shot to Cohen. Now Papel, you're going to dodge. Waits. Still looking. Cycles it to Murray. Now Sean. Slings it to Cassidy, who fires. Wow, what a shot there from Aiden Cassidy. And I mean, I've said all year, he's got a rocket. Shows that off. Great awareness from Murray there. Sidearms that cross net to Cassidy. And Cassidy does his job, just bearing it home what he's done all year. Here's Smith on the faceoff for the Bears again. Ball still down, this one by Prep. Now he'll fire and scores. A great answer there by Jack Mundy. And as I said earlier, Prep has goal scorers on this team. Their record is not, or I guess they're better, very much better than their record. This one is won by Prep with Cole Raposa. Gets stripped. And now Schmidt loses it himself. And now a wide open Noah Hahn tries to backhand that. Stepped in the crease, Landon ball. Here's DeSanto. Rizzo going to take it for the Bears. Hits an open Stewart. Stewart just going to kind of walk across on his own. Here's Hawkins. Spins back, breaks his ankles. Now Neverovsky. McConnell spins. Waits, loses it. Good defense there from Pat Kelly. He hits an open Brett Cotton. Cotton gonna fire and scores. Game is all tied up from that shot from Cotton. Landon off to a hot start. That's cooled off. Prep able to combat that hot start, and it's all tied up with 7:08 to go in this first quarter. And Gouge moves early. It'll be Prep ball. Now Prep with Joe Perry. Hits that down to Hahn, the 5-star. He fires and a save there by Rizzo. Now push from behind will be Landon ball. Rizzo gives it to Cassidy. Back to Rizzo. Now just floats that to an open Luger. And now here's Aiden Cassidy. Papelia gives to Cohen. Cohen has a step. He'll wait. Tries going in on his own. Fires. Gets taken down by Kelly. And now Hawkins on the ground. Push called. Will be prep ball with Kelly. And here's Wyatt Bowman, one of our impact players. Open Rex Abramston. Now Hahn. Brendan Gallagher. Gonna hit Perry. Perry gonna dodge here on Cohen. Good defense there from Schmidt. Picked up by Smink. And now Eli hits that over to Cassidy. Good defensive possession there by the Bears. Cassidy tried firing that. Gets taken down. And then a push from behind. It'll stay Landon ball with Sean Murray. Here's Stewart. Over to Southworth. He'll trot down. Here's the dodge with Neverovsky. Gonna hit Stewart. Now Dev fires and scores. Devin Stewart, the commit to Penn, fires that in the back of the net. Sneaks it right past Keith Chari. Landon now up 3-2. Where's Taylor Kelly at? This one won by Prep. Ball still on the ground. Smink loses his stick. JT trying to pick it up, and Talon comes out with it. Talon Smith. Will he take it himself? Gets pushed from behind, flag down. Murray now fires and scores. Sean Murray. 4-2 Bears. Now Hayden Gooch on the faceoff. This one looked like it was won back by Gooch originally. Now he doesn't know where the ball is. Ball still down. Picked up by Adamson, and then he gets stripped. Ball still down. And now Schmidt's got it. Still down. Noah Hahn picks it up. Makes the move, rolls it. Try getting it past Rizzo, and a great save there. Now ball still down. Picked up by Cassidy. Down again. Swifty doesn't know where it is. No one can keep control. And now Prep slows it down with Hahn. Here's Jack Manfreda. Manfreda gonna dodge. Goes in on his own on the short stick. Hits an open. And now Rizzo, after the great save. Missed Cassidy. Will be prep ball still. Here's Bowman. Refs call their time. Okay, we're back with Bowman. Smink on him. Here's Hahn. A little bit of miscommunication. A great save there by Rizzo. If you want to stop one guy on this Georgetown Prep team, you want to stop Noah Hahn. That was nearly a hospital pass. Really lucky. I think that was Schmidt. Didn't get blown up there by Patrick Kelly. As here's Hahn. Another save by Rizzo. And now Perry. Over to Gallagher. Here's Brendan Gallagher. Closely guarded by Luger. Now fires on his left. Misses the net. Here's Braden Lutz. Lutz had a pair of goals against Bolus. As he goes around the net and fires. Another great save by Rizzo. And now DeSanto on the clear. Swifty gets across and just leaves that for Luger. Now with under a minute to go in this first quarter. Up top, Stewart. Just about 30 seconds. Here's Southworth. He'll go. Gives it to Murray. Murray waiting. He's got 20 seconds. Tried hitting Hawkins in a save there. And now picked up by Devin Stewart, who gets it behind the goalie, and Landon now up by 3. Bears now a little bit of a comfortable lead going into the end of this first quarter. This is won by Prep with Cole Raposa. Good stick by Smink. You got 1 second and just sent all the way down. That'll do it for the first quarter. Your Landon Bears up after 12. And we will be back for the second quarter in just a bit. Second quarter underway, starting with Hayden Gooch against Cole Raposo. This one won by Gooch. On the net, Hawkins. Over to Murray. Now Southworth. Tried hitting Murray. Cassidy. And now Stewart. McConna up top. Stewart now slips. And here goes Prep coming out with it. There's McGlone. Flips it back to Lutz. Here's Hahn. Guarded by Schmidt. Hits Lutz, unable to receive that pass, and Cassidy using his body to try and get that. It'll be penalty called on I believe, McConna. Yeah, called on McConna. Braden Lutz. Here's Prep now. Lutz. Scaliger. Back to Lutz. They'll trade one more time. Now Hahn. Bowman slips inside. They're leaving a wide open Bowman. Penalty killed. Lutz hits Hahn. Now Hahn fires. Up over the crossbar. 12 seconds. The camera. Hit the camera. The camera button. The camera button. Yes. Here's Landon now on offense. Here's McConna. He's just waiting. He'll dodge here. Now Southworth hits Stewart. Now to Cassidy. Fakes an inside pass to Hawkins. And now Murray spins, gets in on his own, fires and scores. Sean Murray beats his defender inside, and he gets that one to put Landon up by 4. Here's Goose on the faceoff. And de-sticked. Excuse me, it was Talon on the faceoff. He gets tripped. And while on the ground, gets hacked, and he still has it. That'll get the crowd happy. And here's Murray. Mind you, a flag is down. Here's Luger. Goes to his right. Tried hitting an open Murray now. Flag comes into play. First man up advantage for the Bears. They'll be up for about a minute. Cycling passes. McConnell hits an open Murray, who decides not to fire. Then he misses the net. Cassidy up to Papalia. Now Cassidy gonna fire. Misses again. 30 seconds on this man up advantage. Cassidy hits an open Southworth. Back to Murray. Waiting behind his net. Ten on shot clock. And Murray's just going to miss that. Prep ball here with Mundy. Able to get across. Immediately picked up by Schmidt. And here's Perry. He hits Gallagher. And they'll start up top with Bowman. Bowman fires. Looked like it was off of the foot of Rizzo. Inside, Samuel Caluzzi brings Prep within 3. Samuel Caluzzi. Not really.
Y'all don't need me. I'm just like here. I'm gonna go to the student section.
What's up, Deska? Early movement. Will be Prep ball. Jack Manfreda gives it to Cotton. And now Nathan Golsorki. He'll dodge again. On Luger to his left. Here's Hahn. Hits it inside. Goal Sorky. And now Hahn spins. He's got some moves. Spins again. And a shot here. Great save by Steven Rizzo.
Some excellent defense by Landon there, capped off by an amazing save by the goalie, Rizzo.
That pass for Papalia. Here's Cohen. He'll dodge on Monday. Now hits Papalia. To Luger, who swims. Now Murray fires. Low to high shot. Snipes that past the goalie, Keith Chari. And Landon answers that right back.
That was an amazing goal. Could be seen on Instagram later today.
Talon Smith coming back in for the Bears face-off. This is won by Raposa. Now Hahn fires. Think Cassidy got a stick on that. He waves his finger. No, no. Landon ball because I think Rizzo hustled, got, and he got there. Rizzo kind of stumbles. Here's Smink, gives it to Southworth.
Some excellent off the ball play by dropped him there.
You see that he pointed at him too. Southworth just walking behind, surveying. He'll go here. To his left. Gets picked up. Now up top to Stewart. Hits McConna. McConna on his left. Saw nothing there. Waits back with Stewart. And now Dev. Bounces that towards Murray. 24 on the shot clock. Murray still. Gets inside again. Does his move again. And misses it.
Yeah, Murray's very good at getting inside of the players that are guarding him and, just getting into those pretty easy open shots. I mean, missed it that time, but I'd say it's pretty close to a very high conversion rate for him.
It's a great save by Chari, as we just saw there. Here's a chance with Murray. Gets blown up by Kelly. Still hustles. Flag comes down. Now Hawkins fires and scores. Jonas Hawkins. Sean Murray is down. Looks like he's able to get back up.
That play really showcased the resiliency and mental fortitude of these Landon guys. They just keep going.
.237 to go until halftime. Landon up by 5. I mean, I guess at this point in the game, we're nearly done halfway. What adjustments do you think Prep has to make to, I guess, have a bigger chance in the second half?
I mean, Prep, defensively hasn't been very sound. A lot of the times when Landon has it, I mean, they're getting a goal. And Prep, their stick handling kind of seems like when they're getting into, they're like attacking. It seems like Landon's doing a very good job defending them and, slapping the sticks and kind of making them drop the ball.
As here's Gouge winning his face-off. He hits Cassidy, who will slow down. And in case you missed it, actually timeout called by Landon. Patrick Kelly is in the box, so Landon will have this about a minute. Man up advantage, trying to add one more to the stat sheet before half. What do you think, Coach Will McGettigan is telling his boys right now?
I mean, probably just, keep on what they've been doing. Probably don't allow any goals before halftime. Just, kind of keep the hypothetical foot down on the Georgetown Prep team, Make sure, don't let them make anything cheap, Get their hopes up. Want to stay strong. Going into these final minutes of the first half.
I mean, we look back at our impact players, Wyatt Bowman, Noah Hahn, and Patrick Kelly. Haven't seen much from Hahn today. I mean, we know what he can do. We'll see, I don't know, maybe second half he'll unlock that, show us what he can do. Right now, though, I think Landon has done a great job of locking those guys down. I mean, you only allow 3 goals through the first half. It's a pretty successful half. We'll see what happens in these last 2.5 minutes, starting with the man up advantage for about another minute with Cassidy. Now Southworth. Going to start with some movements from the Bears.
Some tiki-taka, as they say in soccer.
Not sure that was the best reference, but anyway, you got it. Here's McConna. He got stripped before shot that ball. As it's Mundy who's able to get past. McConna loses his helmet. Flag down for offsides, I believe.
Prep crowd getting a little bit rowdy.
And I
For
mean,
being down by
surprisingly,
5.
it's a Tuesday afternoon, and yes, this is one of the best rivalries in the area, and it's one of the most anticipated games of the year. But they're not a close campus. I mean, what, 30 minutes, 25-minute drive?
Say around 20 minutes, but I mean, you also see there's a pretty good crowd for the baseball game right across the field.
Yeah, shout out those JV baseball Bears. Shout out Thomas Reichman and James Alberino, part of the Landon Bears broadcasting club here at Landon. They're showing out on JV baseball. In fact, actually, the captain, John Cagle, too. Shout out him. As here's Bowman. He hits a Hahn. Hahn unable to receive that pass, and Cassidy now goes. Good hustle there from Logan Cassidy. Now he's going to fire. I always want to see a pole goal. Didn't get one there. 130. I believe there'll be a timeout called by Georgetown Prep with 1:20 to go in the second quarter. So the worst thing that Georgetown Prep could do right now is allow another goal. It's probably what coach is telling them. I mean, he's saying, not let up here. Don't want to lose more and more momentum going into halftime. You agree with that, or what else? What do you think he's saying? What else do you think he's saying?
I agree. Just want to, if you're Georgetown Prep, you just want to go into the halftime, reset, and then come back and play a new game, because right now it's not going very well for you.
Coming back out. Here's Perry. He dodges on Swifty. Gets a step, fires. Just wide. Stays there with Hahn. Here's Hahn. Guarded by Cassidy. Slips. Picked up by Swifty. And now Bowman. Gonna dodge on Smink. Now fake shot. Good slide there by Swifty. Now he fires off the bounce.
$43 seconds left in this.
Tried hitting a cutting Perry. Picked up by Gallagher. Now he fires. Another shot wide. 23 on the shot clock. Here's Perry on Pedraza. Good slide by Schmidt. And now up top to Hahn. Heel dodge on Cassidy. Trying to get through. Good defense there by Logan. And now makes him force something. Going back, Landon ball. Here's DeSanto. And in crunch time, you got to get something to go within 5 seconds, or they'll just take a timeout. 7 seconds to go. One final word from the coach before we go to halftime. I was like 85. What do you think the coach told them? You got 6 seconds to go, so.
Yeah, I mean, probably just get one into the hands of like one of our good finishers, Sean Murray, and I mean, really anybody on our team, and shoot, hope for the best. Doesn't really matter, but it'd be nice to get one here.
Here's Cassidy. Dev's going to have to fire. On his left, he will, and it did not go in the net. Oh, it did, but just a little late. That'll do it for the half. Landon with a comfortable lead. Up 8-3. We'll be back with a halftime intermission report in just a second. This is the halftime intermission report. Landon up by 5, 8-3, pretty comfortable lead. Think that so far we've done a great job locking down the big names of prep that would be a threat to any other team other than the Bears. Because Dennis, what are you thinking?
I mean, not much to say. Landon with a stellar performance today, and they just had to keep it going in that second half.
Yeah, so I just off my mind, I believe that this Friday would be the IC playoffs first round. We've actually no, I guess it's possible that we can be in that. If we lose to Prep, then we would have to play someone in the first round and then go to the semifinal. I think next Tuesday is semifinal, and then the Friday after that would be the championship, where I guess you could say this is a preview of the ISC championship. It's Georgetown Prep, so even if they lose this game and go in as like a 3 seed, they can still very much beat Bolus, and I guess you could see a rematch of last year's ISC championship in this one.
So, do you have any updated score predictions for the rest of the game?
I think it'll slow down. My score prediction of 9-5 could still very much work. I think, if anything, we'll end up like at most scoring 12.
And what do you think those? How many do you think they're going to score?
I mean, they could light it up. That's the thing.
My original prediction was 12-8.
Yeah, but I don't want you to be right, so I'll just go like final score prediction 12-8.
Huh. Little follower.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it seems pretty accurate. I wonder who predicted that.
It was a little bit of original thought. So I don't know exactly who Prep would play if they lose this game. It's a chance that they play the worst team, which would be, I think, St. Stephen's. I can try and pull it up. Okay, so looking at the standings, we're number 1. Bolus should be 2. I guess Episcopal is last right now. And then it'll be St. Albans. Oh, wait. I guess St. Stephen's and Episcopal get to play each other for the lowest seed. They play today, and then the loser of that game, I guess, would play Prep if they lose this. I could be wrong. Some of the ISC playoff stuff, the tournament stuff is kind of scuffed, and it's sometimes hard to track. Got about 25 seconds until we're coming back out. Hayden Gouge is going to start with this face-off for the Bears. If you're Prep, you really want to win this face-off. Get some momentum. Raposa has best thing he can do. Win it forward. Maybe hit, I guess, Han or whoever's open for a quick, fast break goal. And then you've got momentum. I think Lacrosse is all about momentum. But no, this is actually won by Gouche. He hits Murray, who's going to fire, and he scores. Wow. So the exact opposite of what I said. Actually happens for the Bears.
Landon comes out firing. Prep definitely did not expect that. You know, with Landon with a pretty comfortable lead, I bet Prep thought they were just going to play defensive for the rest of the game.
Here's Googe again. This is still on the ground and picked up by Googe. And Googe all the way down to Aiden Cassidy. Now Cassidy gonna hit up top. Now Southworth snipes that off the job. Southworth soars and gets it to go. And they're just not letting up.
You can see the Prep crowd dwindled a little bit. Still some people coming in, probably a little discouraged by the scoreboard.
A lot of them are coming in from the JV baseball game. That might be,
Maybe it's a closer game.
no, I think it might be that either Prep. Actually, not. I think I have some confidence in our JV baseball Bears. They pretty strong team. Honestly, our baseball program entirely a pretty strong team. I think our varsity has a chance at the ISC championship this year, with Prep being, I guess, pretty stacked. It's an achievement.
Definitely an achievement.
As here's Stewart. Gets through. Here's McConnell. Gonna fire. Saved off the shin. And now Cassidy. Hacks. Picked up by Hawkins. Gets across. And now Cassidy. No looks to Southworth. Now Stewart gonna fire. And scores.
Absolute missing by Devin Stewart.
They are piling these scores up. You can't stop them. Landed up now by 8. I mean, what do they tell you? What do they tell you? If you're hot, keep shooting. Heat check. They're on fire. This one nearly won by Prep. Ball still on the ground. And picked up. Immediately dropped, though. And now there's Smith, who spins and gets taken down. Flag down, picked up by Cassidy and Luger. Here's Luger. He leaves it for Cohen. Max can go here. Cassidy. Cohen gonna fire. Just wide. That penalty being assessed now for 30 seconds on Dylan Behrens. Here's Cassidy. A little late check by Kelly there. Some more movement. Waiting for an open opportunity. Here's Murray. Gives Southworth. Back to Murray. Now tried across. Good defense by Kelly there. And all the way in the air. Flips to Cassidy, who fires. Not the best shot. It'll be Georgetown Prep ball.
I mean, Landon's just piling on like total amount of shots. You know, I mean, at some point one of these is gonna go in. I mean, already had 3 in this half, but and I mean, we're only a few minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, Keith Charlie's seen everything today. Shots high, low, right at him, not at him, everywhere.
Yep.
Here's Cotton, gives it to Bowman. Now Gallagher. Back to Bowman. Fires. Got a stick on it. Easier save for Rizzo. And now Smink gets across. Here's Prep with Perry. Good defense there by Pedraza, keeping him out. Perry's going to go again. To his left and spins. Now he's got a step. That bounce shot really wide. And now Derwinski floats that towards Pedraza. Now Cassidy all the way down to Sanso. And he flips that towards Robert Swift. Landon back on offense with an 11-3 lead and 6:50 to go in this third quarter. I'm not sure what was called. Might have been like a delay game, and here is a forced pass by Kelly out of bounds. With Smink. Now Eli gets it taken from him. Back to Prep ball. Here's Cotton. Gives that one to Manfreda. Jack Manfreda gets inside, and great defense by Southworth. And now Derwinski gives it back over to Rizzo. And good pass across midfield to Southworth. Stewart. Nearly gets taken. Floats that towards McConnell, and now Murray. Murray goes up to Cassidy, who fires just over the crossbar.
passing it around, keeping it out of Prep's possession. Wasting up time, too.
And now Murray with bodies on him while going to the ground. Murray gets it to go to put Landon up now by 9.
Sean Murray with a highlight reel goal.
Landon playing up to their best right now. Looking like the best that they have this entire year.
Goal after goal right now.
Timeout called by Georgetown Prep.
Yeah, they need that.
And you gotta think these Landon players, they're ecstatic right now. I mean, you're killing your biggest rival.
You know, I thought after halftime, I thought Prep was going to kind of recover, you know, reset, especially against one of their biggest rivals. Even though they might not be as stacked of a team there, they would rise to the occasion, you know, a little bit, make it a more interesting game. But, I mean, the complete opposite happened. Landon just got even better.
It did indeed. Hayden Gouge talking to JT. He'll be back out for this face-off. Early movement. Will be Prep ball.
So, I mean, 4 minutes and 30 seconds of that left in this quarter. What do you expect Prep or Ed to be doing these next couple minutes?
Well, you need one of these impact players to step up, that being on offense, Bowman and Hahn. I mean, Hahn, he has no goals today, right? He's a 5-star committed to Princeton, and Landon has done a great job of locking him up. Mainly Logan Cassidy being that defender that has been following him all game. Really need some of these big names to step up, as here is Perry are kind of swallowed by Swift. Another great thing about Landon's game is that they have their short sticks. I mean, a lot of the time on defense, you want to target these short sticks because, you know, them having short sticks, they're not probably as much of a defensive threat. But for Landon, it's not so much that. In fact, I think a lot of our defensive guys that are like our short stick defensive guys, like I guess shout out Pedraza, Swifty, Southworth is there sometimes. All those guys, they're all still pretty great at defense. I mean, we're just a pretty well-rounded team. On?
2 years, you know, Southworth and Hahn will actually be teammates. Princeton.
Yeah, Southworth going next year. Noah Hahn being one of the top guys in the junior class. He'll be there year after. Now Prep with Mundy all the way down. Flings that towards Hahn. And now Cassidy gets out of there. And a little bit of a missed pass there. They've got to get it across. They will with Mundy. And now Wyatt Bowman giving that to Brendan Gallagher. Gallagher in on his own, off the post. The outside of the post, I believe, stays with Gallagher. He's dodging. I think he had a wide open man in the middle, unable to hit him again. And now kind of a backhanded attempt. Rizzo going to pick that one up. Dewinski floats it down to the likes of Matt Cohen. Minute and a half to go in this third quarter. Time's kind of looking dire for the Little Hoyas. Still got 12 more minutes, and it's not a double-digit game yet, so anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they needed to probably get at least another goal before this quarter's over, and then, keep that momentum going into the fourth quarter to even have a shot of making this game somewhat close.
Here's Southworth. On his left, spins back to his right. Goes in, fires. Great save there. And then loose, picked up. Keith Chara, yeah, he's seen everything. Murray loses his stick. Here's Mundy. 30 seconds to go. $13 on the clock. Cotton's got to go. He hit inside to Calusi, and he stepped in the crease. And now I guess, just got to fire. That is what Rizzo will do. So that's it.
That'll be it for the third quarter.
36 minutes in. Landon up by 9. 12-3. We will be back for the fourth quarter in just a bit.
So, do you have any insights on what you think Coach McGettigan is saying to the Atlanta players right now?
Don't let up. I mean, I said this before, lacrosse is a game of momentum. If you let up, you'll let the momentum go the wrong way. And I mean, perhaps that's what they want. They want to take that momentum, and keeping momentum leads to winning games. So I guess he's more like, don't let up. Adding more goals is a bonus to that.
At this point, would you say think Landon is pretty safe right now, or do you think they need to score maybe a goal or two more to really secure it?
I think they're safe, but then again, it's a rivalry matchup.
Anything can happen.
They're not gonna stop trying to score. So we'll see what happens. Fourth quarter starting with Talon Smith against Cole Raposa. This one won by Prep back. And a hold called on Smith. Will be Landon ball. Prep ball with Patrick Kelly. Kelly gonna go in himself and slips. Now Rizzo gonna hit Cassidy.
I mean, so I'm assuming this game ends, it is now. Landon will be going into a little bit of break, enjoying the Azalea Festival, enjoying about a week off until they have to play their semifinal matchup of the IC Championship. You think Landon will benefit from that break, or you think it's best they, kind of try to stay sharp and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I know a few years ago used to have like the final regular season game be on the Azalea Festival like that Friday. Kind of upsetting that they changed that. I used to like going on those rides and then coming back to watch our lacrosse team beat down on whoever they're playing. That being said, I think it's also great that they don't got to worry about anything that Friday. I mean, it will be the IC first round, so probably Prep and those guys, they won't be able to enjoy the Landon Azalea Festival. And we're not sponsored by them, but we'll go ahead and show up to it. It's pretty fun. Got some great rides, great food. Think we'll have Chick-fil-A here, maybe.
Yeah, I think Five Guys, Chick-fil-A. There's actually a lot of food options, some rides for the kids, and there's a lot of shopping, I think, there as well.
Oh yeah, it's like a what do they call it? Garage sale.
Yeah, it's a garage sale.
I think I know a buddy. Got his hockey skates for about $1 last year. They were perfectly fine, and he's playing hockey next year now because of those skates.
Yeah.
So that's what the Azalea Festival gets you. Maybe you'll find out.
Shout out golf team.
Yeah, you'll find out. Whole new sport maybe is here now. Is Southworth with McConna. It's an open. Murray who's gonna fire, and I believe that was saved. Maybe it was off the post. Couldn't exactly see. I'll give Chari the credit. Another great move by Hawkins.
I mean, as well as that, this is Caper Coffee will be there. Single source, single origin.
What is that?
Not exactly sure, but they heard of some of the world's best.
It's coffee?
Camper Coffee,
I've never heard of that before.
ran by a teacher at Landon.
Oh. Well, shout out that teacher, I guess, is...
Come and check it out this weekend.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here's Chari. He hits McAndrew. And now Bowers gets taken from, oh my, big hit. And now Cassidy on his own. Looks like Neverovsky's all right. I think he'll be coming off maybe. Anyways, that was a big hit on Neverovsky. Kind of, I guess, clean, but a little dirty. And Smink just floats that towards Murray. He'll slow it down. Here's Stewart. Receives a pick from Southworth. Now to Murray. And now an open Hawkins is going to fire. Just wide. Going. It's Stewart. Silva now getting his first appearance. Trip Silva. Hawkins to Stewart. On his left. Wanted to fire there, but good defense there. by Luke McGlone. And now he hits on, who's unable to receive that pass. Here's Hahn. Gets behind his net. Back over to Hahn. He hits an open Gallagher. And a great save by Rizzo.
Only 6 minutes left in this game. Probably wrapped up. I mean, Landon's gonna be looking forward to the ISC playoff play, which is always tough, even when you're going against teams that you've already beaten before. Everyone's gonna come out firing because it could be their last game of the season. So might as well put it all out there.
Yeah, I mean, and look at that. Speaking of, great example of is the hockey team beat Prep 2 times in that regular season, and then fortunately lost in the ISC semifinal, but went on to win Maple. So, I guess who was the real winner of that game?
Huh.
No, it's still Prep, but because they won the ISC. But we won Maple. It's okay. 6:12 to go in this game. Landed up by 9, a comfortable lead. Probably will keep this lead. I mean, you got to score 9 goals in 6 minutes, and that's saying by also not allowing anything. I want to get y'all a JV baseball score check, but I can't exactly see the field from here. If I had to guess, I would probably say like 1-2, Landon. Maybe my eyes aren't good. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, Landon's got 45 seconds on the shot clock. Probably just want to wait it out. Last 10 seconds, take a shot maybe.
Here's Murray. Covered by McGlone. Spins back. And now Papalia hits up to McConna. Excuse me, Matt Cohen. Murray. Back to Hawkins. Now here's Silva. On his left. Kind of count that as a shot. And now Luger going to backhand that. Intercepted by McGlone. Oh, and Prep has made a goalie change. Nicholas Holland. I believe it is his last game of his regular season career for Georgetown Prep. I think he's a senior. Here's Murray. Dusty Rhodes now in for the Bears too. And Murray on his left. Tried sniping that top left. Silva laid out, but it will be prep ball. Good defense. Here goes Chipper. He hits Murray. It will slow it down. Taylor Smith. Sean Murray officially checking out of the game. Kelly gets that one to Kaluzzi. And picked up by Fields. Gets that to Dusty. Dusty Rhodes, Tristan Allen. Mac Doc's coming in. They have made a goalie change. I believe that is Eli Green. Here's Docs. Silva trying to muscle in. Hits Hawkins, who thought about shooting. Picked up by Silva, and flag is down. 2 minutes to go. He's got to fire. He will, and it'll be prep ball. This one intercepted by prep. Jason Lane. Hits Crowley. And now Perry. Gallagher waits back to his left.
About a minute left in this game. Like made a great game for Landon, only allowing 3 goals. What are your thoughts so far, son? For this last minute left in the game, pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean, they've looked the best that they have all season. Here's Bowman, fires just wide. But yeah, the Bears, we know they struggled a little bit to start the season. Had some pretty close calls with teams that weren't as good. And then went on that spring break trip, was dominant, beat the best team in Florida, and haven't looked back.
I mean,
13-game winning streak to end the season.
all the Landon programs here, they always strive to, peak at the end of the season, peak at the right time. Because a lot of teams like to peak at the start of the season, look good. Maybe they're a little flashy, but, Landon, when it comes down to it at the end of the season, always, going to be one of the top teams in the area.
I do agree
every
with that.
sport.
6 seconds.
Probably about, yeah.
And
That'll end it.
just like that, your Landon Bears are 2025 regular season IAC champions for the second year in a row. Final score, 12-3. But that's not it. You still got IAC playoffs. This is just the first step to officially going back-to-back. And I will say, don't think this is the last of this Georgetown Prep team that you'll see. They've got some strong guys. I mean, they can easily make a run in the playoffs and meet us back here for the IC championship.
Will Prep be the 3 seed?
They should be the 3 seed. I
Right at the play them in
believe
the
so.
semifinals. If they win their first game, right?
If they win their first game, they'll most likely play Bolus.
Okay.
At least I believe so. I think that's how it was last year. They might reseed.
Yep, we'll see.
I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but I know last year we played St. Stephen's in the semis, and Prep and Bolus played in the semis over at Bolus.
You can always check Bears Broadcasting Network on Instagram for any updates of games, links to the stream and highlights as well from games. Maybe if you missed a play, maybe you missed a highlight. There's some pretty amazing goals this game. You can always check out. Yeah, Bears Broadcasting Network on Instagram.
So we had our impact players at the beginning of the game. We're going to go ahead and give our 3 stars of the game. It's similar how we're going to run it the same way that we do for hockey, where the 3-star is the third best, second star, second best, first star, first best. Dennis, who was your 3rd star?
It's a tough one. I'd have to go with probably Steven Rizzo in this game. Only allowed 3 goals. So pretty good.
Yeah, I mean he's been so consistent all year. He had some shoes to fill with Zach Abramson going into the season. I mean, he was always a solid backup last year, and I think that translated into his game this year. Been a top goalie. I agree with that. Him being the 3rd star. Now, what about 2nd star?
Ooh, it's tough. I mean, there's a lot of players who could be there. You're really looking at probably Sean Murray or who the second most goals this game? There's a lot of players who scored.
A lot of players scored. I think Cassidy had a few.
Go with Devin Stewart probably for my 2nd star. And then for my 1st star, I think Sean Murray. Scored 2, I believe, maybe 3.
I'll go ahead, put Sean Murray as my 2nd star, and because he's a defender, don't exactly talk about him. I'm going to go ahead put Logan Cassidy as my 1st star. He totally locked up the 5-star Noah Hahn. Hahn scored 0 goals today. He honestly didn't even see the ball that much. Cassidy is just one of those guys you can always, I guess, trust on defense. But, yeah, that will do it for today. Dennis, you got any more thoughts about either this game or the upcoming ones?
No, I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, I guess stay tuned for any highlights if you missed any parts of the games. I guess the best parts of that will be there on the Instagram. But that will do it. The Orlando Bears win 12-3, regular season IIC champions. Stay tuned for the IIC playoffs in just about a week. That's been it. Thank you for following us this season. I'm Sutton Smith,
I'm Dennis Leary.
and we are signing out.